You can like hide that in
Hide it.
corner if you want. Hi Abby.
Hi.
Can you please introduce yourself? Just tell us your name, your age, a little bit about what you're doing at the moment.
Okay. So hi guys, my name's Abi Mohamed and I'm currently 26 and currently I am a software engineer. So I'm a contractor. My contract's at Cambridge County Council and yeah, I used to help them develop systems. I'm part of the life cycle. So what that means basically is like I'm there at the beginning where discovery happens. So that's when basically a customer comes in or the product owner and they ask us to fix a certain product or maybe install a new system. We talk about why they need it and identify users' needs and requirements from that. And then yeah, my team and I sit down and we talk about what they require in more depth and then fix some certain sorry.
It's okay.
Take your time.
Okay, so basically what we do, me and my team, we sit down and we talk about what they want and we describe the requirements and then we talk about the acceptance criteria. With that information we go back to the product owner, get that signed off. That allows us time to estimate how long it's going to take and then from then we start building. So yeah, a sprint will take usually about 2 weeks depending on what is needed. We try to build it as quick as possible so we can release it to the product owner. And from that we're able to get some user feedback and double check if we've done it correctly and then do another iteration where we do sprint 2 to make sure all the bugs and any alteration needs to be fixed and then we release it. Yeah.
Cool. Can you please tell us how you got into that?
So my story is weird. I don't know. How did I get into IT? I used to do economics and I remember the time when I went to Kenya to do my internship. So I was a young officer down there and I loved my time, but then I realised government and policy is something that I didn't really want to get into. So what I did, I came back to the UK and I really decided what I wanted to do and I double checked what I did in college. And I remember what I was doing when I was younger. I was doing like websites and like CSS and I was building little things and I really found that to be really interesting to me. So I did my masters. So I got into my masters and I fell in love with IT and from then, yeah, just been doing my job in it.
Nice. Can you please tell us about maybe something you do outside of work, hobbies, projects that you're working on?
Okay, so outside work, I work because I haven't got a life. So I'm part of CGVentures and I'm a co-founder with 2 more other teammates who are Emmanuel and Denzel. I am the tech director there. So what we do is we talk to young founders from unrepresented areas and we help them through early stage of development of their company, their business, their startup idea and help them get funding. Also what I do in my spare time, I help people code. So again, I meet up with people that are interested in coding, sit down and do like one-on-one sessions with them. Also, I'm part of like AGT, which is this. So I help my community by talking about my experiences and also ask for feedback and also help my other members in there with any problems they might have as well. So yeah, that's what I do.
Nice, thank you. Welcome.
You're right.
Fine, thank you. Okay. So can you please tell us what you want for this year? What are your goals?
This year for me is growth. So what I've done so far, I've set the foundation. So 2017 for me was setting the foundation. So understanding who's in my ecosystem, identifying where the tech bubbles are, and getting to know people, build relationships, and establish myself within those communities by attending more tech talks, introduce myself, highlighting what I do and what I bring into the table, offering my expertise. So what I'm doing this year is I want to grow that factor. With my day-to-day job as a software engineer, what I want to do, I want to move into a more lead software engineer, so hopefully be able to ask for promotion and more money. And my venture with my team, what I wanted us to do is highlight and case some of our clients that we've been working with, and yeah, get some funding for them, highlight their story, get them pushed out and stuff. What else do I want to do this year? I don't know, just fix me as well. I want to like embark in a more mindfulness like manner, so you know, practice my religion a little bit more, and yeah, just establish good relationship and keep this relationship. So that's a key factor for me. Any relationship that I embark, I want to make sure that I keep that relationship and build a relationship with them for the future, because at the end of the day, like, what I want to achieve is not money, to be honest with you, it's something greater. I want to create this community, and I know there's communities out there, but I want to bring these communities together, so I'm able to highlight that to younger people that I talk to and get them into this community so we can like build a legacy together. So that's my goal for 2018.
Thank you. Very big goals.
Can
you please tell us, you mentioned CGV a couple of times, can you tell us a bit more about CGV, what CGV stands for? Did you say that already? What CGV stands for,
So,
what you want to do with CGV? Yeah, you get it.
So CGV, what it stands for is Community Growth Ventures. Who we are is basically, again, there's me, who the tech director is, then we got Emmanuel, that's marketing, and Denzel is more operational. And what we do is we find young talent in diverse communities, and we are able to establish them because we, in those kind of communities, we grew up in the council estate, we grew up in like low income, and anyone with an idea, what we do is we try to see whether they have a minimal viable product, and we help them make sure they are in the best situation to ask for funding if they need it. I always say, yeah, you don't need money to grow and scale up. It's always about like, you know, build a product, test it out, see if you get traffic, see if you make profit, anything, before like asking for growth. But what we do, we try to teach people about like the value of equity within your business, the value of growth, marketing, sales, tech, all that stuff, and it's in our blog as well. And we get that free information. We're also like giving free information how to pitch yourself, how to create a beautiful pitch deck, pitch deck. That's it. Sorry about that. And then yeah, all this like free information, because I feel like in our communities we don't get that access. So when we do try to ask for funding or venture or anything like that, what happens is, yeah, we only got one shot, and that with that one shot, if we don't bang at that moment of time, we will never get that shot again. So what we try to do is make sure you are in the best stage to make sure you grow and stuff. We mainly target early stage, and it's not just like a one-off, so we grow with you, so we generally build a relationship for more than 2 years with you. Our plans in the future with CGV is basically, yeah, we're going to do our own funding, so we will get money as CGV, and we will invest in early startups. So if you need money, boom, we can.
Nice. Thanks. Was that £1 million you're talking about? Okay. So could you please tell us, so obviously you do a lot, when you work a 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, you also have a Saturday job, you've got a couple of startups you're working with, and yeah, just obviously living life and trying to manage everything else. How do you do it? What tools are there in place for you? What have you felt has helped you in your journey? And maybe things specifically that you feel will be helping you this year that maybe weren't there last year.
Okay, so I know I do a lot. So I have 9 to 5. On Saturdays I still work at Vodafone for 10 hours. Then I have CGV, and I'm also embarking in more teaching. What I do personally is on a Sunday I do admin days. So generally I wake up early, do the laundry, clean my space, because I always feel like if you have a clean space you gotta clean mine. And I write down what I need to do that week, like literally, even stuff like, you know, call mum, I will have like a timing or reminder. I'll put that on my phone. I prefer on paper, on my little diary that I carry around. And Google Calendar is good for meetings, to just remind me every like half an hour before a meeting where I need to be, the location, and what else is helping me. For me, like, what's been helping me is meditation, but again, it's in my embarkment to my own religion, so meditation for me is like 10 minutes of like, just like zoning out and blasting Quran to just like clean my mind, which is, I don't know, it's something new that I've been trying out, and I feel like that's been really helpful for me. Because I can't do the natural meditation where I sit there in quiet, it's a bit weird. What else have I been doing? I like to always make sure once a week I do like TLC, meaning like one evening I will go home and bust out my most expensive like face mask and like proper pamper myself, wash my hair, straighten my hair, just relax. And then I always say, like, even though you're working, you have to have fun. So what I mean by that is, don't forget your friends, go out. You can go raving. I like to go raving. So yeah, I try to aim to go clubbing at least once a week to just like relax, and I can just de-stress and just meet random people. So I don't need to think about work. So yeah, talk about random stuff. Yeah.
Nice. Anything that you're doing differently this year to last year?
Everything, yeah. This year is about like saving. So differently this year, I'm thinking of like not spending as much money. So stop spending rubbish money. So if I want to take away, try to make food instead. Try to save money, like using my Oyster as well. That's the biggest expense. So I've decided to get a rail card, connect that to my Oyster, and I walk to the station, so I don't need to spend that unnecessary money, and I get a third off my rails, and that includes the underground as well. What else? Try to connect with family, because I'm the worst person. I know. I'm sorry, Mom. I haven't seen you since like last year. Other than that, yeah, just be confident. Like, I think what I'm missing, and when I was younger, I used to be very, very confident, and because now I'm in this role, I feel like the imposter syndrome is happening, where I feel like, oh no, people don't believe what I do and stuff, so I need to just own up my shit, like, I need to just boss it. So yeah.
Cool. Just quickly, I've got some more questions for you, but randomly, have you got any tricks that you can do?
What tricks?
Like, that's a trick for me, but you don't have to do that, but something you can do.
I can do that, yeah. No.
Okay, cool. Cool. You're an AGT member.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how long you've been an AGT member?
I've been an AGT member since, I can't remember when was this.
Since I think
No.
June. Yeah, I was gonna say June, July, around that time.
So it's been like, how many meetings have I gone? I feel like I've gone to meetings like towards the end of July, because July I was on holiday, so August. Yeah.
Cool.
Since August.
And how has AGT helped you?
So basically, they've been holding me accountable for everything that I do. So every month I tell them, oh yeah, this is what I'm going to do. And yeah, the month after, they ask me what if I achieved this. So again, they hold me accountable, which I like. Other than that, it's a safe space to just like be yourself and, you know, share your most like private like insecurities and just like get that kind of advice back. So yeah.
Yeah. And what are the meetings like for you? Like, what's the atmosphere like?
Very friendly. It's very flexible. So the meetings are on Zoom, so it's online. So I don't need to be in a fixed area. I can literally just like put my headphones on, go to the shops. It's very easy. The people, when I joined, I remember because everyone knew each other already. I felt like when I joined, everyone was really, really friendly, and they did really well for me. And then, yeah,
Nice.
like people actually care about you, so they actually make that effort to make that relationship with you, which I really enjoyed.
Nice. Can you please tell us about an idea that you never really shared or pursued?
Okay. So I have an idea, and I haven't pursued it because of timing and equipment. So I want to have a YouTube channel, but I want to do it I like a makeshift kind of channel. So I'll like invite guests, and then every day, because I'm a software engineer, so just explain what a software engineer does. We tackle problems that we don't know the answer of. We just might have certain information, and then we just create to make sure that it fits the brief. So that means I can like hack. When I mean hack, I don't mean hack into a system, but you pull out different data and use different like code strips to do certain things where it normally doesn't do it, and that's throughout different languages. So what I want to do on my platform is invite people and then ask the public, what do you want us to create? And it has to be something completely different. Like I've never done like a robot. I haven't created a robot even though I want to, and just have fun with it, and just you can see the struggles, and it highlights the truth about software engineers and how we actually cry, we have fits, but at the end, after like failing 100 million times, we do come up with a solution. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I hope you actually pursue that.
I know. Now I have like, I don't know, I want to, but I just want to make sure like I have the timing, the space, the right equipment, and then yeah, the right team.
Cool. And can you please tell us one thing you live by, your mantra, a saying that you love?
Let me think. I have loads. You are strong. You are beautiful. You is important. That's it.
I like that. All right, sweet. And finally, can you please tell us where we can find you on social media?
Okay, so on Twitter is Abi_Mohamed, so it's ABII_MOHAMED. Also, you can follow us when I say my team, CGVentures, so CGVentures HQ. If not, you can see the link through my Twitter. And yeah, that's it.
Sweet, thank you, Abby.